As you guys are sitting down, because I know you want to, because we just took every drop of energy you had this week, I guess. This week was an interesting week. We got a puppy. We called her home. He was originally named Smokey. My wife was having none of that. And, she thought it was cute, but she thought there was a better name. And I don't know, have any of you ever had to name a puppy? Okay, I have this question. I'm going to switch guitars and I'll ask you this. How many of you have had both the name of puppy and the name of child?
Yes.
Which was harder?
Naming a puppy.
Child? Puppy? Puppy? Oh my goodness! My wife and I settled on kids' names on Drew. It was pretty quick. It only took a little bit longer, but we went around. How long did we go around for, Selena? A day or two. It was funny because I have to tell a story. I hope that's okay. We went back and forth about whether or not we were going to get this dog.
What kind of dog?
From it's a cockapoo. Thank you. I'll be here all night. It was a little black cockapoo. It belonged to Anthony's father-in-law, Liz's dad, Bruce, and I think he had a hard time separating from it anyhow. Sweet dog. He's 6-month-old puppy. Really cute and crazy. And I was either way. I could go either way. And my wife didn't know. Have you ever had a spouse that doesn't know, but you know they know? She wanted the dog all along. And here's how I knew it. I'm telling on you, honey, because it's true. Here's how I knew. As soon as I texted her and I said, you know what, let's just go ahead and get the dog, because I knew she wanted to anyway. It wasn't 20 minutes, and I had a list of over a dozen possible new names for this dog. In my email, now, that may not sound all that impressive until you realize she was out walking with her friends and typing this email on her iPhone while she was walking. So it kind of mattered to her, apparently. And anyway, so it was a crazy week, a week of changes. And it's really interesting how, like, when there's that one thing we want, when there's that one thing we really desire, like how it's the focus of our mind. You know, we're thinking all day long about this dog, or you're thinking all day long about that new car, or that new house, or that new job, or whatever, or that new motorcycle. Yeah, Randy, because you need one more thing to endanger your health. Anyway. But you know what that's like. Everyone in this room has had that. And a rhetorical question, again, kind of like, do you think about the words you're singing? Do you and I search after God that way? Like, when you're about to get a new job, or move to a new place, or get a new house, or whatever, if you're anything like me, that's on your mind all the time. It may not be always the front of mind, but it's always in your head. And, I got to wonder for myself and all of us, what would it be like if we searched after God like that? If He was always on our mind. And I hate to admit this, you guys, I don't do that. I'm not trying to say this like it's some cheesy thing. Like, oh, look, the worship leader is getting all emotional. Like, it's true. I don't do that. And there's times I catch myself going, why am I so stressed about this stuff? I haven't even talked to God about it in like days. Seriously. And I think you guys know what that's like. So this morning, if you have that thing that's front of mind, that's getting in the way of God being in your mind all the time, then as we sing together, as we pray together, please ask Him to take that away. Please remember that this is a family like your home. It's just a church family of a whole bunch of different families. And that as part of this family, we have responsibilities. There's bills. We want to make sure that we take care of this building. We fund our ministries. We want to make sure we never get to the point again where our children's division doesn't have enough money for materials. That's silly. That should never, ever happen again. We can take care of that. We can take care of that as a family. So please remember that our finances matter in this church too. But you know what that thing may be that's in the way. That's what that little slip of yellow paper is for. If there's that little thing that's in the way, to say, okay, God, take this thing, because I want to think about you all the time, like my silly wife when I thought about that silly puppy. And now we have him at home. We still think about him all the time.
What's
Wonder
his
if
name?
he's chewing a hole in the side of his crate.
What's his name?
He's a great puppy. His name? Oh, yes. My wife loves me. This is geeky, and I'll admit it, but she knows I'm an Apple fan, so we ended up naming the dog Mac.
Oh, that's cute.
And I thought we'd spell M-A-C-K just to take a little of the edge off, and then she went and printed a tag that spelled M-A-C, so I'm like,